What is going on, guys? The real KJ3 here, and it's been a minute since I've done a video on my sleeper PC, but in this video we're going to be doing some more benchmarking, but this time, instead of using the integrated graphics, we are going to be using the Vega graphics that were included with the processor, so we're going to be using the APU. I'm also going to be installing a rear case fan and then going over the temperatures of the system itself. And last but not least, I also took the broken DVD drive that I had inside here, emptied out the guts, and also did the same with the floppy drive, and I'm going to be installing those both back in for space for cable management. The DVD drive went fine, but for the floppy drive, I am going to have to think of a new plan because that was a hell of a lot harder than the DVD drive. I'll probably just make a plastic cover for that hole and call it a day. Now that that's installed and hollowed out, I have room for extra cables if needed, and it looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to take this time to install the rear case fan, get everything plugged in, and hope that it still boots up after the time it's been sitting. Now that I'm done fighting with the screws, let's plug it into the motherboard. She's a beaut, an Asus fan and a Gigabyte machine. Makes sense to me. Okay, anyway, let's take out the GT730 we used in the last video. And before you say I forgot, let me install an I/O shield for that. Okay, I haven't forgotten anything, hopefully, so let's put the side panel on and get this rocking and rolling. I had a feeling I was forgetting something, kinda had to install the front faceplate. Moment of truth, let's give her a power on. Anything? Yes, no, maybe so? Oh wait, it might help if I switch the input to DVI instead of VGA. Let me try that. Still no signal. I might have to reseat the RAM, let me do that real quick. So the way I got the cables going, the main 24-pin connector cable is actually pushing up against the RAM, which I don't really like, so I'm going to clean that off and hopefully make a little bit of space. It's just the Vengeance LPX DDR4, only 8 gigs, so nothing crazy, but I do see like a wet mark on there, which I'm not really too happy about, but that's on the actual heatsink, so it should be okay. Alright, so let's give her another go. Power supply on. And power. Nope, still nothing. No beep codes. No nothing. No LEDs. Interesting. Maybe I have it on the wrong input still? Nope, that doesn't seem to be doing it. Let me look a little more into this. Okay, so I put the original GT730 that was in it. Maybe it was causing a driver issue. So let's see if that does it. Nope, still nothing. So the computer gods bless this computer because I sure as hell had no idea what was causing it to not boot, but it just suddenly started working. Anyway, let's move on to the benchmarking once this update's done. Okay, so Windows, Steam, Cam, and all that and then some is updating, so just give it a moment and we'll be ready to roll. Downloading the driver software for the integrated graphics. Installing the software for the integrated graphics. Integrated graphics, ready. So the first game I'm going to try, like the last video, is Super Hot on full screen and fantastic settings, and surprisingly this showed zero difference. Even with the 60 FPS setting enabled, it showed no difference. It showed about the same FPS running at about 30 to 40 FPS and gave me the same results on the GT730. Up next I have Wolfenstein the New Order, and this actually gave me some pretty interesting results. I thought I would have better results being on lower settings, but actually there's not a huge gap in between the actual FPS. As you can see, on high settings it gave me 30 frames per second, on medium it gave me 32, and on low it only gave me 35. I didn't get anywhere near 60, which I was hoping to get, but I mean, it's still playable nonetheless, so I guess it's a win, but if you're someone that is looking for 60 FPS all around, not gonna happen. Up next, I tried Time Spy on the 3D Mark benchmark, and as you can see, not really too well. Maybe about a 15 frame max. I actually didn't let this go all the way because I would have been there a very long time. Once it got through the physics tests and everything, yeah, I probably would have done, edited, and posted this video and it would still be going. But anyway, moving on. Up next, I tried the Firestrike Test, and again, didn't really go all too well. It looks to be running smoother, but actually it was only still giving me about 10 frames per second. Every loop it did only got about a max of 10.9 frames a second, didn't reach 11. Yeah, kind of the same results. Kind of bummed about that one though. I was hoping for better results out of everything, to be honest. Last but not least, I tried the Skydiver Test one more time, and I got actually better results than the GT730. Not by a landslide though, but this one ran particularly better. All the tests before the last one averaged around 40 to 60 frames a second, and with everything combined I got about 25 frames a second, with my average score ending up around 6,743, which on the GT730 I got around 5,300. So for lower end games, this wouldn't be all too bad. It has proven it's a little bit better than the actual GT730. So until I get a different graphics card that's a lot more powerful, this one will have to do. So to end this video, you can see the voltages and temperatures here. This is on idle because while I was running the test, nothing throttled to a noticeable degree. The computer fan stayed at the same RPM, the RAM, GPU, and CPU didn't throttle up, but when I get a different video card inside is when I'll show the temps during the testing stages. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on my sleeper PC, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe so you get notified when the next video comes out. You can also find me on Instagram at TheRealKJ3 and Twitch, where I stream Call of Duty and other games at KJ3 Streams. Once again, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like and comment below, and until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.